When I was 13 years old, actually 12 or 13 years old, I convinced my mother to take me to the library because I said I wanted to do some studying. Well, she should have known that based on my grades, I was not interested in doing any studying. But she dutifully took me down to the library. She probably thought, well, here Brent is finally wanting to buckle down and study. I'll take him to the library. So she drops me off at the library. She makes the turn to head back home. I told her I would use the payphone to call her when I was ready to come home. She made the turn, and then I immediately walked across the street from the library where City Hall was in the little town I grew up in. And they were having the Board of Aldermen meeting. I knew that. That's why I strategically asked my mother on that day to take me to the library. So I went into the Mayor and Board of Aldermen meeting, and of course the mayor was there. Small town, he knew who I was, my parents and all. He said, well, there's Mac and Marilyn Taylor's son, Brent. Do you have anything you want to say to the board? And I said, well, actually I do. And I had this whole presentation spread out that nowhere in town did they fly the state flag, and that I thought that the Board of Aldermen ought to purchase a state flag and fly it with the American flag on the town square. And so somebody made a motion, they adopted it, and they approved it. And so I walked back across the street to the library and called my mother and said, I'm ready to come back. I thought that was the end of it, except the weekly newspaper came out the next week and said, it told the whole story about Mac and Marilyn Taylor's son, made a proposal to the City Board of Aldermen. And my mother comes in there mortified. She said, I thought you were going to study. I said, well, why do you ask? She said, well, it's in the paper. You went to the Mayor and Board of Aldermen meeting. So that was my first foray into politics, was walking across and participating in the Mayor and Board of Aldermen meeting that my parents knew nothing about.